And that just really shows how diverse and open and just like widespread Northwestern is with its ability to allow you to choose any types of classes that you want. All right, welcome back everyone. My name is Yanni, for those of you who don't know, and I make videos about college, life, and anything in between. So if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, share these videos out. Today I have a special guest. His name's Allan.
What's up?
He also goes to Northwestern. He's a student here. We actually just met for the first time today, which was very delightful, right?
I'd say so.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been good. We've actually just been filming for maybe like last hour and a half. And I've just been talking about a lot of things. So I kind of wanted to sit down with him, make a video for a lot of the viewers here who are kind of thinking about going to college, maybe choosing Northwestern or deciding to choose Northwestern. Nice light just came out of nowhere. I kind of wanted to make this video just to talk about both of our experiences thus far in the winter quarter. The first 7 weeks we've been here, we're going to be talking about our classes, some of the things we've liked about the campus, about probably the actual like classes themselves, and maybe the professors as well. So yeah, please stick around, and we're going to start right now. All right, everyone. So the classes we're taking right now, I'm actually going to let Allan start. So you just want to say one?
Right now I'm taking 4 classes. I'm an RTVF major, which means I'm working with film and television. And so I'm taking 190, which is their first production course, which is pretty nice, but it's very different in these times of like COVID. There's a lot of restrictions, so be wary of that. I'm also in 260, which is their screenwriting course. It's phenomenal. I mean, we start off with like a 1-minute film. We do a 5-minute film. Right now we moved on to like a 10-minute film, and so we get a lot of feedback, and the professor is really, really great. You can have no experience or have a little bit of experience, but I'm seeing these kids who have never touched any screenwriting software, and now they're making some really fantastic scripts, and it's been like what, just a few weeks?
Yeah, just a few weeks. That's awesome.
And also in another course, 285, something like that, 185. It's a documentary course. If you're into documentaries and like the history of them, that'd be really interesting. It's not my cup of tea.
That's all good.
But if you're into that,
it's good to try out. Yeah.
Another one that he was also saying he might do. It's really great. Entrepreneurship, 225, I believe. It's principles of entrepreneurship.
Yeah,
really, really great. You start from knowing nothing about how to like start a company to they literally have you go through the process of making a company from scratch, making a bunch of treatments for proposing all your ideas to investors, and it's really great. So I'm loving that one. Honest, that one's probably my favorite course I'm taking right now.
Awesome, remarkable. Thank you. Yeah, thanks for sharing. I mean, like you said, look, I'm going to say mine, but the two that he really highlighted, the principles of entrepreneurship and foundations of screenwriting, those are very different classes, and that kind of like embodies what Northwestern is, in the fact that it's very interdisciplinary with its concentrations, where you have a student who's in the RTVF program, which is the communications or it's in the school communications, but it's about filming and production, but he's taking a class that's in McCormick, which is principles of entrepreneurship, and that just really shows how diverse and open and just like widespread Northwestern is with its ability to allow you to choose any types of classes that you want. And that's a point I really want to highlight to all of you, that you guys aren't going to be stuck with one specific thing you want to be doing. You're going to be able to really freely choose whatever you want to do, and I think that's very important when deciding which colleges you want to go to. Going to my side, a lot of you probably seen, if you've seen my other videos, you know a lot of the classes I'm taking. But right now I'm taking Math 218-2, which is a single variable calculus, and I'm also taking Econ 202, Introduction to Microeconomics, Spanish 115-1, which is an accelerated Spanish course, and then finally I'm taking I think it's Communication Studies 102, Public Speaking. I'd say by far this quarter has been a little more difficult in terms of just a lot of the technicalities of the classes. Calculus and economics themselves are a little difficult, but hanging in there, going through it. Those two are definitely great classes to have. I mean, Professor Hornston in Econ 202 is a great professor. I think he teaches the class wonderfully, and I really respect him. I love having conversations with him, so he's very approachable. I love that. So I really enjoy that. In terms of probably the classes I like, or my favorite class, you said yours was the entrepreneurship.
It's really nice.
Yeah. So
well, I'd say it's a tie between
the
entrepreneurship and a screenwriting.
There you go. Yeah. So, like you said, those two are his kind of top ones. I'd say another one, which is in the school communication, the public speaking class I'm taking is really, really interesting. I wanted to go take it really just to build my confidence when I want to be speaking, when I want to go up on stage and not just get anxious and worried about having a speech that I want to actually deliver. So that this class has really, really helped me do that. It's really provided me a space to just go out and speak freely, speak with confidence, and just speak to new people about ideas that I actually care about. So I really enjoy that. Yeah, those are the classes that both of us are taking at this moment. So now we're going to be switching to how Allan and I have been kind of experiencing and kind of like been living with or on Northwestern's campus, and how the first 7 weeks of this quarter have been so far. So I'll actually start with Allan, if that's okay.
Yeah. I've got to say, I'm probably having a very different experience than you are. Probably because my courses they're not STEM based. So honest, I didn't even realize that I had finals, or not finals. I didn't realize I had midterms. Most of those we didn't really have a actual test. We had more so projects that we had to do, and those that we had finished between a series of weeks, right? And I feel like, at least for me, I really enjoyed that much more than having just one single test that's determining your fate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But as for living on campus, it's been a struggle meeting people, definitely.
100%.
Definitely have to improvise, find new ways to meet people, go on different
social media.
Yeah, a lot of social
That's
media.
That's how we met.
Go on different apps, whether it be some people are using Yubo. I know some people are using Tinder to find friends. Some people are using Bumble,
Instagram, the general ones, Snapchat. A lot of the big things because of COVID.
Yeah, so, right. So it's difficult, but it's possible.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So very similar to what Allan was saying. It's so weird because this is not what any of us were expecting. And I've said a lot of my videos, we're in a pandemic. Everyone knows that, but it's different. But at the same time, it still I feel like the campus still has that feeling of just kind of having like a home vibe in terms of like allowing its students back here, and allowing them to actually be able to still engage with professors, engage with faculty, go about doing their classes, go about meeting people in safe ways, and wearing masks and being responsible. But it's still allowing that kind of experience to occur. It's still allowing that college experience to occur, and I really love that's still being able to happen in these times, in these unprecedented times, in these uncertain times, and in these very, very unfortunate and sad times. So that's one thing I've really loved so far. In terms of what he said, he was saying that a lot of his classes were project based with the midterms, or kind of just not even knowing you had midterms, like you said. Honestly, that's like he said, we have two different perspectives here. Where two of mine were strict exams. I actually had another one today, which was great.
Good luck.
Yeah, he knows. But it's very different. But that's kind of another point to where Northwestern offers a wide variety of choices when we're talking about the classes again. It's you could have the ability to just do projects, and actually they could be graded the same way as exams or differently, or and it just really depends on the classes you take. I think that's a very huge point that I kind of want to make here. It's a big thing that I think Northwestern has to offer, and it's kind of nice because you could actually choose the classes where if you want to take an exam, you could take an exam. If you're better at taking tests under time constraints and you can perform better, then do it. But if you want to show your creative side as well, or you just want to be able to engage with projects, engage with other people, and make stories in that sense that will be graded as well, then just do that. So I love that they offer that as well, and that's something that I really enjoy, really have enjoyed, because I'm in classes where I've had both projects and speeches and exams that are being graded. So I kind of have my foot in all types of areas, and I really love that. In terms of campus life, like he said, it's very hard to meet people just because, well, one, people are trying to be safe. Not a lot of people want to just be having interactions because they want to stay safe in these times.
But like you say, it's still a lot more homey, right? That now that we're actually on campus.
It's kind of ironic that we're saying that because home is home, but being home for months and months and including fall quarter, at one point you just want to actually go to the school that you're going to.
Yeah, because you put some actual faces to these screens that you're seeing all day.
Yeah. And it's different because, like we said, when you're at home, you're sitting in front of your screen, And people say that you're making interactions and you're meeting new people, but while that may be true, there's nothing like actually like what we're doing right now, sitting, meeting new people, being safe, being responsible, wearing masks, but still being able to have that chance to have new interactions, and that isn't over a Zoom call or over a FaceTime call or over a Skype call. So that's one thing that being on campus has brought us, and I really love that so far. So that's definitely a big one. The last thing we're actually going to talk about is the quarter system, but what I want to really discuss is how we feel about it, because I don't know about you, I came from a semester at high school.
I came from a semester.
So it's gonna be very perfect because we have both perspectives, and we can really share what we think about having this quarter system to hopefully new students that are watching these videos. So to really start off, the quarter system is a lot faster than I thought, and that is the biggest key.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I have to say that, because you guys saw my midterm video about maybe a week or 2 weeks ago, and I just had another midterm today. Think about how quick that turnaround was, and not trying to scare you, but it is extremely
Very
quick.
different.
And yeah, if you're coming from a semester system and you're going to this new quarter system, you've got to be able to adapt pretty quick, because if you don't, you're going to be left behind. And I'm sorry, that's the truth, but that's kind of not the downside, but it's just the new like adaptation to just going to a quarter system from a semester. And
Right.
I don't know, do you have any other input on that? But
I mean, it's very different. It's definitely, there's a difficult learning curve, but I personally like it because of the fact that the first term that I was here, I was doing something very different, right? But because we have quarters now, I was able to switch through it, and now I'm still taking a lot of classes that now people in semester schools, they probably would have to take, like, they're going to be there for 2 years and take the amount of classes that we're taking. So we have a lot of opportunity to mix around, and find exactly what we want from Northwestern, right?
Yeah.
So I appreciate the fact that there's that flexibility within the quarter system, though it's a little difficult, everything being sped up.
yeah, so I really want to go back off the point he just made, where the flexibility we have compared to semester systems is that we have 4 quarters in our school term, but we really only engage with the 3. The summer is optional. But if you were to take, a lot of people do this in STEM and a lot of the schools here, if you were to take 5 classes a quarter and you're doing 3 quarters, that's actually 15 credits you'll be getting. Whereas if we're thinking of the semester, it could just be 5 and 5 for the 2 semesters, and that's 10. You're taking 5 more classes than them, and you're actually you have the ability to experience all different concentrations in maybe even 1 year, and then obviously go through all 4 of them. But I feel like that's the big difference. And one really nice thing I can think about is that a quarter system allows you to take a class, have the professor see if you really like them, and if you do, you could take another class by them, and it's only 9 to 10 weeks. Then again, on the other side,
Unfortunately, if you don't like
if you don't like the professor, then you quickly get out of it and you don't have to take another one again. Whereas with the semester, it's 15 weeks, maybe even a little more.
You're kind of stuck with them.
You're stuck with them, and if you don't like it, then it's going to be a little while before you get switched. So I think that's really the difference. And I'm not trying to hate on the semester system. I don't think either of us are. We're just trying to offer our perspective, because like we said, we came from the semester system in high school. That's all it was. So we could really like show the differences, and both have their pros, both have their cons. But I think in general, the main kind of thing with the course system, especially for me here, is that it is fast, but it allows you more flexibility to take the classes you want to take, and a greater number of them in a year. And I think that's really the big thing. That's kind of the whole video. I wanted to have a guest here and just really talk about our first kind of experiences living winter quarter, kind of going through the things, going through the rings here. But yeah, overall, I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all received some sort of value from this video. If you did, please hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications.
Subscribe to this man. Come on.
You can hear him. Yeah, like the video, share it, and always remember to stay motivated. And I'll see you guys in the next video.